Welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's Ohio ACAC and Ohio Transfer Council Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event today. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer any questions that you might have. My name is Abby, and I'll be your facilitator today. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, but you can use that Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Ohio. And with that, I'm happy to turn it over to our first presenter for today, Ohio Dominican University.
Great. Thank you so much. My name's John, and I'm with Ohio Dominican University. I am one of the transfer admissions counselors here. And I'm going to share my screen with you real quick here. Okay, so full screen here. Ohio Dominican University was founded back in 1911, and originally founded as an all-women's college. The institution became co-ed in 1964. These are our wonderful admissions counselors here. I'm John, and with us answering some questions today is Jenny, who is our other transfer admissions counselor. So we are Central Ohio's premier Catholic university, and although we are steeped in the Catholic traditions, everyone is welcome here, and we pride ourselves on such a great mixture of students and cultures here at Ohio Dominican. So some quick facts. Well, our total enrollment is about 1,500 students. So we're a small institution. You're going to get lots of individual attention here. We have a total of 39 undergraduate majors, including a brand new data science major that's kicking off this fall. And we have 9 graduate programs. And students coming in from 29 different countries. And we have about 25% of our student body is transfer students. So I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Columbus, but Columbus is the largest city in Ohio. And we are in a nice kind of residential area between the downtown and the airport. We are about 10 minutes from downtown, 10 minutes from Easton Town Center, which is a great entertainment area. And we have alumni in 49 different states around the country and around the world as well. I'm not going to go over every single one of these majors. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let you read through these. And these are also available at our website, ohiodominican.edu. And we have, you can see on all the undergraduates, different graduate majors, as well as pre-professional programs here at ODU. We have transfer student scholarships range anywhere from $12,000 to $18,000. And then we have additional honors, and students who are members of PTK, we have additional scholarships for them as well. So I'm going to go over quickly the next steps. If you decide to apply, our application again is on ohiodominican.edu/apply. It's a free application, takes just about 10 minutes to complete. You want to go ahead and then submit unofficial transcript from your current university, actually any college or university you've attended. We'll review that for transfer credit, scholarship, and admissions. And of course, it's never too early to file the FAFSA. You want to get that taken care of no matter where you are thinking about studying. Review your financial aid. We'd follow up with you on how to submit your enrollment, housing deposits if you're living on campus, orientation, all that will be follow-up information. So And then you want to follow us on social media. They're all listed here with the Facebook all the way down to YouTube. Check those out. And thank you for your time. I'm about completed here, and we will, Jenny and I will be here to answer your questions throughout the sessions. Thanks. I'll turn it back to the mediator.
Great. Thank you, Ohio Dominican University. Next up is the College for Creative Studies. You can go ahead and get started.
Eric,
You're muted.
There you go. I want to thank everybody for joining me this afternoon. My name is Eric Castor, and I am the Assistant Director for Transfer Admissions at the College for Creative Studies in Detroit. I'm excited to share with you some of the information about CCS. And if you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to put them in the chat. And let me move this box out of my way so I got access to my navigation. Okay. So as I mentioned before, CCS is located in Detroit. We were founded in 1906 as the Society of Arts and Crafts. And the notion of craft, or the physical making of things, is one of the things that is vital to all of our programs. That is why you'll even see in our design-based majors that working with your hands is part of the program, and it's not just digital. Detroit, especially the downtown and midtown areas, have undergone an amazing transformation in recent years. Although we're known as Motor City, we're also home to the Detroit Institute of Arts. Adjacent to our campus is the Eastern Market, a huge outdoor farmers market, but also home to Murals in the Market, Detroit's annual mural festival. So why CCS? What differentiates us is our size, setting, outstanding these, the breadth of our majors, our sponsored projects, which are like on-campus internships, and connections to creative industries and organizations. We are a private, not-for-profit, fully accredited residential campus, offering a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 13 majors and a certification in fine arts, or I'm sorry, certification in art education. We are proud of our diverse student body, which includes a student faculty ratio of 9:1. The class sizes never exceeding 21. So we don't do large lecture classes here. And that's the big difference between us and a lot of larger colleges. The difference between a BA and a BFA is typically the concentration in studio courses required. While we want students to be well-rounded, with a third of your curriculum being liberal arts based, 2/3 of your curriculum will be studio concentrations, or about 78 semester credit hours out of 127 credit hours required to receive your BFA. Another advantage to being a student at CCS is that if you have multiple areas of interest, you'll have the ability to minor in any area of your choosing, or you may even consider our new major, interdisciplinary art and design, which is providing students with more flexibility in creating your own program pathway and more flexibility in transferring credits. We're really proud of the awards we've earned. These are a testament to the success of our alumni. And by the way, we are the only art and design college in the state of Michigan to be designated a transfer honor roll school by Phi Theta Kappa for the 4th year in a row. This means we are a transfer-friendly institution and also provide additional scholarships for high-achieving students through PTK. Our alumni network shows where you may work, or you've always dreamed of working. Our alumni network is very strong. And our excellent internship and recruitment events help build on that success. Every year, CCS hosts hundreds of recruiters from companies all over the country and the world who come here solely to recruit top creative talents, our students. Our graduates have gone on to become designers, entrepreneurs, or go into businesses for themselves. They successfully manage studios, galleries, creative and community spaces, exhibit and sell their work. Some of the job titles our grads have include concept designer, art director, user experience designer, color and materials designer, retail and hospitality designer, animator, and more. Last but not least, I just want to cover briefly our easy application process. We only need 3 things from you: the free online application. There is no application fee. It's super easy and only takes about 10 minutes to complete. Your portfolio, which is simply a collection of your best work, used primarily to admit students, but also impacts your scholarship award. Later, we may request additional work to help us place studio credits. Lastly, we need your transcripts from each college attended. Unofficial are okay for now, but we will require official before you enroll. We also accept your AP and IB credits from high school. Apologies for that. And it's not a bad idea to send your test scores if you have them. You will automatically be considered for scholarships when you apply. There is no separate application for that. Last year, on average, our scholarships and grant package was $22,000, nearly half the cost of tuition. And that's it. That's all for me. And I'd be happy to answer your questions in the chat.
Wonderful. Thank you, College for Creative Sciences. Next up is Cleveland State University. Take it away when you're ready.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Zacher. I am the interim coordinator for transfer and non-traditional student recruitment here at Cleveland State. And I'm just going to go over some fast facts here about CSU. Cleveland State has about 16,000 students overall. About 12,000 are undergraduates pursuing their bachelor's degree, which leaves our average class size at around 27. So you may have some larger class sizes if you're doing some still general education requirements, but it's not going to be too large. We do have some auditorium style classrooms that hold up to like 150 students, but there's still a lot of individual attention from your professors with our student to faculty ratio 17:1. And then our students don't just come from the Ohio area. We do have students from all over, so 41 different states and 109 different countries. And we always have something to do here. We have 175 academic programs to study, 18 NCAA Division I athletic teams, and over 200 student organizations to join. And then we were founded in 1964 when the state of Ohio purchased Fenn College. And since then, our alumni network has grown to over 140,000. At the heart of everything we do here at Cleveland State is engaged learning. And what this means is that we don't want you to sit in a classroom and always be lectured at, but we want you to get hands-on experience. And we do this in a couple of different ways, starting inside the classroom with approachable professors and research opportunities. So if you want to do undergraduate research to set yourself apart from those also entering the job force at the same time as you, definitely something that you can do, be published in national journals or present at national conferences, a great opportunity there. Outside of the classroom, we connect our students with over 3,000 internship opportunities, and the city is your campus. Like I said, we're located in the heart of downtown Cleveland. Maybe I didn't say that yet, but normally have said that by now. So we are located in the heart of downtown Cleveland. So small businesses, the Fortune 500 companies, you can get that experience in an internship or co-op. We work with KeyBank, Progressive Insurance, the Cleveland Clinic, the Cleveland Orchestra, the EPA, the Metro Parks, all of the major sports teams here in Cleveland, and NASA. So you name it, we've probably had somebody intern there. And if we haven't, we'd love for you to be the first. And then we also offer classes at 2 of our local community colleges. So Lakeland Community College and Lorain County Community College. You can take some of our courses there through interactive distance learning. And so you sit in a classroom at those campuses and can interact with our professors through like a computer screen type deal. And then some things that can set us apart from some of our other competitors, we do have transfer center advisors that will work with you from the moment you decide that you want to transfer to CSU. So you can just schedule an appointment with them online. We have transfer guides for those coming from Tri-C, Lakeland, and Lorain. Those are also on our website. We have a veteran student success program on campus. We have a veteran and military Student Success Center. where they have additional study spaces, some relaxation rooms, and connections across campus in Northeast Ohio. And we have been recognized by Military Times as being veteran friendly. And then we also offer the Apple program through our Urban Affairs College, where you can take real life experience and get credit for that. It works really well for the students who are looking at public safety management and have maybe been EMTs or have worked in like a security type field. So definitely, if you're interested in that, something that you're able to do. We do have a low tuition rate, and we also guarantee our tuition for a specific amount of time based on how many credits you bring in. So the best example, easiest example is if you bring in 60 credits, we will guarantee your tuition rate for 2 years. So you just don't have to worry about that increasing. I know when I was in college at a different school, not at CSU, but our tuition would go up 1 to 5% every year. You don't have to worry about that here at Cleveland State. We do review you for merit scholarships, and our merit scholarship deadline is July 1st. So if you're coming this fall, make sure you're applied by then. And we have additional scholarship resources on our website at csuohio.edu/scholarships. And also there's outside resources as well. And then let's see here. We have some partnership programs. We work with Tri-C, Lakeland, and Lorain. And I'm just going to highlight these briefly because they all are pretty much the same. At those 3 campuses, you can do dual admission or a program that allows you to get 3 free classes at the community college, or at CSU through the community college rather. And then your credits will transfer as long as your previous institution is regionally accredited. And to apply, you just want to visit our website, fill out our application, and then send your official transcripts from any previous colleges. And we normally have a $40 application fee, but that is currently waived right now. And I believe that's it. I'll put my contact information up here. And that's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cleveland State University. Next up, we have Capital University. We're ready when you are.
Awesome. Thank you all. I want to introduce myself. My name is Devante. I am all things music here at Capital, including music transfer students. And I'll be joined later here by Deanna Bond, who's our transfer counselor at Capital University. So where is Capital? We're located in the capital of Ohio, here specifically in Columbus. Some unique facts about Columbus that I always like to talk about are that Columbus is the #1 opportunity city, and it's currently the #7 city for young professionals. What does that mean? That means people are moving here to get their careers started. We're also the 14th largest city in the United States. I always like to say that that's the Goldilocks of cities. We're not too big that you can get lost, but we're also not too small that you don't have any of those great opportunities. Unique to us is that we're actually located in the suburb of Bexley, which is about 7 minutes from downtown, where we've got all the small town feel of those restaurants, grocery stores, restaurants, but we also have a walkable area. And like I said, we're about 7 to 10 minutes from downtown. Specifically, we have a total of 2,700 undergraduate students. With our graduate programs, our seminary, our law school, and our adult programs, that takes us to 3,500 students total. And annually, each year, we have over 100 students who transfer to Capital because we like to keep the process as smooth and as easy for you as possible. Some fast facts I want to talk to you guys about. 77.6% of transfer students are retained here at Capital. That's because of a plethora of different support opportunities we have. 34% of our college students are first-generation college students. Right now, 26% of our college students are students of color, and 67% of classes have fewer than 20 students in them, giving you a lot of great opportunities for hands-on attention to make sure that we can support you all the way through as you transfer to Capital. And then some other facts I have to talk about is that we've got over 60 majors and 50 minors. So we don't have every major under the sun, but we definitely have a pathway to get you there, which is something that's unique in the opportunities to major and minor in certain things. We've got a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And then we've got an average class size of 20. So your professors are going to know your name. They're going to get to know you, and they're going to help you make sure that Capital gets you everywhere on your career path. And then this last slide I'm going to share with you today is connecting with purpose. One of the most important things, of course, after graduation is making sure you have great connections. And one thing we talk about here at Capital is the CAP fam. And you can see this is where some of our alumni have gone on to work and then also bring on interns. And 98% of graduates are enrolled in professional school, graduate school, are employed, or are where they think they should be at graduation. I'm going to pass it over to Deanna Bond.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today. And I do want to start by saying our application is still open for fall. So if you are ready to apply, we would love for you to do the application today. The application process for Capital is fairly simple. We have an online application. It is free. Your application is also your scholarship application, so no separate application is required. The application, while it is free, you will have to request official college transcripts, which usually you have to pay for. So just make sure to request all official transcripts from any college attended, even if it was College Credit Plus. We will not review an application without official transcripts. Something to mention is our overall GPA requirement is a 2.5 cumulative. We will use all colleges attended in that. And specifically for our School of Nursing, we do require a 3.0, and we do have transfer spaces available for nursing students currently. Another thing to mention is students interested in our Conservatory of Music must do a successful audition as part of the application process. You'll be admitted academically first, and then you'll have to do an audition. And our application will close on August 1st. So the next thing in the process, once you're accepted, is review of your transfer credits. I'll add that we do have some transfer pathways for some community colleges already, but for those students who might be transferring not from a pathway school, we do review all credits in your application, and we will evaluate them and create a degree audit, or what we call a program evaluation. That is sent to the student and also sent to a faculty advisor. You'll meet with a faculty advisor to determine your degree plan for your major, and then you'll also pick out classes for the coming semester. I do want to mention for students in the associate degree pathway at community colleges, those of you who are doing the associate's degree in the Ohio Transfer 36, we're going to waive all but 2 of your general classes here at Capital, so you can really focus on your major when you get here. You will have to plug those 2 courses in with your major courses, but you'll spend most of your time then with your major here at Capital. And also we do have some resources on the website for those pathways that we have, along with the transferology link, if you've heard of that, that shows you how many of the courses transfer from many Ohio schools and other schools outside of Ohio. And typically courses with a C- or above will transfer to Capital unless it's a developmental course. Last but not least is making Capital affordable. Capital is very committed to affordability for transfer students. We've increased our scholarships. I'm not going to read everything to you, but we do have scholarships ranging from 20 to 23 that you'll be considered for our Main Street Scholarship upon admission. And then we have additional scholarships. If you're living on campus, we have a Comet Community Award, which is not listed here. We have an Alumni Award, a Minority or Multicultural Award, a Conservatory Award, and a Lutheran Heritage Grant. Visit Capital if you can. I think that's the best way to find out what Capital is all about. And if you have any questions, Devontae and I will be here to answer them. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Capital University. Next up, we have Ohio University. We're ready for you, Ohio.
Great, thank you so much. I am going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. All right, thanks so much, everyone. So Ohio University, we very much believe that this is home, and we blur the line between campus and community. So the city of Athens and the campus of Ohio University, we like to talk about them as one and the same. So we're going to talk a little bit about that to start out, and then we'll jump into some specific information about transfer admission at Ohio. So with our location, it is something that sets us apart. Athens was established specifically to serve as a new center of learning in 1797. So Athens has been around for a really long time. And the university is not far behind. While the city was founded specifically with the purpose of starting an institution there for higher learning, it has its own flavor and it has its own personality as well. It was ranked one of the top 100 art communities in America, and it's been named Best College Small Town by USA Today, 10 Best as well. Now in the uptown area, we call everything up in Athens because if you've ever been to the Athens area, you know that everything is up a hill. We're located in the Hocking Hills region, which is, there are beautiful rolling hills all around. So when you think of Ohio, typically you think flat, but where we're located in southeastern Ohio, you are going to find those rolling hills. This is a shot of the main drag, Court Street. So that's where you'll find all of our uptown shopping, dining, and live music options. We have things that are happening every single night of the week in the city and on campus. Athens County does have a population of right around 65,000. So it's not a huge population. And an interesting thing about the city of Athens is that it's truly a college town. So the city of Athens has roughly around 22,000 residents, and our total enrollment is right around 20,000 students. So when the students come back to campus, they double the size of the city. We have an undergraduate population of right around 16,000 students. So our undergraduate population is definitely our largest population on campus. So if you're looking for things to do, you don't have to go that far because like I said, we blur the lines between the community and the campus. So the uptown area is within steps of campus. Actually at the end of the street right there is where Baker University Center is, and that's our student center on campus. So you're going to be able to get to lots of different things within walking distance. And then of course, in the surrounding area, we have all of the options for hiking, biking, fishing, camping, any outdoorsy kinds of activities right there at your fingertips. The campus itself, we were founded in 1804, so that makes us the oldest institution of higher education in the Old Northwest Territory. We like to say that we are the first and finest, so the first public university founded in the state of Ohio. We've been designated a doctoral university high research activity, by the Carnegie Foundation. And about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, we were designated an R1 research institution, which is the highest research institution that you can be. So that's really, really exciting and a really great way to recognize the work that our faculty are doing on campus. We've also been named one of the top 100 public universities by US News and World Report. And we have 11 campuses and centers across the state of Ohio, with some of our regional campuses being in the eastern part of the state and the southern part of the state. We really believe in a personalized, experience-based education. So looking at the numbers, you'll see that we have 250 plus academic programs to choose from. So that's a lot of programs. So we want to make sure that we are making it as individualized as possible, and you have the opportunity to connect. We're really big on connections on campus. So we have a student to faculty ratio of 16:1. So you actually get to know your faculty members. 90% of our courses are taught by faculty or university administrators. And we have an average class size of right around 30 students. So even though we are a mid-sized institution for the Midwest, we try to make sure that we keep that experience personalized and individualized. There are a lot of opportunities to get involved. We have 600 plus student organizations available on campus. NCAA Division I athletics, Arts for Ohio allows students to be able to go to all of our art events on campus for free just by showing their student ID. You can also get into all of our home varsity games doing the same. So there are a lot of things to do on campus. Students are never going to be without something to do either on campus or in the uptown area. We are a truly residential campus. So what that means is that our students live where they learn. Roughly half of our undergraduate population lives on campus. We do have a 2-year residency requirement for living on campus, but it's important to note for transfer students that if you've completed 2 years post high school elsewhere at another institution, then you are going to meet that residency requirement for living on campus. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we are happy to explain that a little bit more. We have 38 residence halls situated across campus, and if you talk to an alumni, they're going to tell you that the green that they lived on was the best green, and that's where you want to go. it really is about your experience and making those connections. So I guarantee that any green that you live on, should you choose to live on campus, is going to be the best one. Now, about 93% of our students are employed or seeking further education within a year of graduation. We have a lot of graduate and professional school placement options available. So advising, test prep, all of those things that you would usually encounter at different institutions, but we really encourage students to get involved with that from the beginning. And then we have a really, really strong alumni network with about 260,000 living alumni around the world. So not just around the country, but you are going to find them in every region of the world, maybe not Antarctica, but you are going to encounter chapters. We have a chapter in Japan, which I think is pretty cool. And then we are very much invested in making this an affordable option for students. So we have the Ohio Guarantee Plus. It was the first and most comprehensive fixed tuition and fees guarantee in the state, and it's a shared commitment to on-time and on-plan graduation. We do offer scholarships. Now, I know that the print is a little bit small on there, but I do want to just point out that those scholarships are available for students who are applying for the fall term. So you want to make sure that you apply by May 15th at the very latest. And then tuition and fees, you can see on the screen right there, our tuition and fees for in-state as well as out-of-state residents. So in-state residents, you just want to keep in mind that if you're not living on campus, that you are not going to be required to pay that room and meal plan. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ohio University. Well, that wraps up the presentation part. I invite my counselors to come back on video and answer a few round robin questions. We have some time for a few of these questions, and we'll go in the order in which you presented. So the first question that we have is, what advice would you give to someone going through the college search process?
Okay, wow. This is John from Ohio Dominican again. Well, the best advice I could say is really do your research, do your homework, find out what type of institution you want to attend. If it's a large, huge college with thousands and thousands, or do you want a smaller, more specialized college with more individual attention? I mean, both have their pros and cons. So get out there and do your research. And the best thing I can tell you too, take time out of your schedule and visit these campuses. That's the best way to find out if the schools are going to be a good fit for you.
And this is Ginny. I apologize, my video does not work, but just to add to that, my biggest piece of advice is to think about the place that feels like home. And so visiting is important, but also just going in and feeling that this is a place that you can be at for a while will definitely help.
I tell you, this is Eric Castor with the College for Creative Studies. Going last in this round robin, or second or third, doesn't help when the questions have all been answered very succinctly. John, I would just follow with what you had said about visiting the campus. That's going to give you a sense of place. It's going to allow you to see the facilities and meet the faculty and ask the questions that you need to ask. But connect. I think that's the number one thing. You want to connect with us so that we can develop a transfer plan, a pathway for you to have a smooth transition and make sure that we maximize your credits.
I would agree that you need to visit to kind of see, where it feels like home and where you feel like you would fit in best. But I would also say that like the people that you see on this screen, or anyone who's deemed like a transfer admissions personnel or transfer champion at the school you're looking to go to, is there for your success. So you're never bothering us by emailing us, even if you think it's a silly question. We've either been asked it, or we're not going to judge you either way. So we're here for your success, and that's what we want to see, is for you to succeed. So don't make that relationship with us, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, I think you've all said the advice that I would give. So it is hard going later on. But yes, connecting early, I think, is super important. And I work with a lot of students transferring who show up like their last semester, and they're in a program, and they want to in one of our programs, and the courses don't exactly match up. So I think if you know that early enough, and you can follow those prepared classes, that's great. But I also agree, feeling comfortable at the institution that you're going to choose, and visit unofficially too. Don't just visit officially, visit when no one knows you're visiting, and walk up and down the path at the college and say hi to people and just talk to people. I think those are kind of fun things to do.
Yeah, and I echo what everyone else has said, but I also would like to add that I think that, you know, transfer students have been through the college search process already. So you know what you're looking for. And I think that that's something that is really unique for a transfer student is there is a reason that you're transferring. So think about that, and think about the reasons behind it when you're visiting and when you're applying. So if it's for your major, make sure that that school has your major, and maybe try to connect with a faculty member or a current student from that program, just so that you have a sense of what it's really like once you're a student there, because you can read everything on the website, you can talk to the admissions personnel, but when you talk to those who are actually experiencing it, that's when you can get a really good sense of what it's like at that school. So I would say just keep in mind the reasons that you're transferring and look for that at the new school that you're planning to go to.
Thank you all. We have time for, oh, I'm sorry, Eric, did you have?
I was just going to say one quick thing. Don't make assumptions, ask the questions, because you know, if you go on assumptions, they might be wrong. So we just want to make sure that you're getting the correct information.
Thank you. We have time for another question. The next question is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Okay, John from Ohio Dominican again. And I'm gonna turn on my camera now. There we go. I turned it back off, sorry. For Ohio Dominican, I would keep it short and just say, you're gonna be part of the family here. Lots of individual attention, everyone looks out for each other, great atmosphere.
I'll say, because we're the only specialty school for art and design, big misnomer is, and probably one of the most fear-inducing things, are submitting a portfolio. I just want folks to know that we are not looking for exceptionally slick portfolios. We're looking for students who have potential. And again, we can offer you assistance in developing your portfolio. So another reason for you to reach out and connect with us.
I would say that our location, you know, in the heart of downtown Cleveland, really allows students to grow and experience a lot of different things through campus life that way, and through engaged learning with their internships and co-op opportunities. We do offer over 3,000. So definitely an internship or co-op opportunity for you.
One thing I would like to mention and let students think about is we have a nice small campus, but we're super close to downtown Columbus and all the opportunities that provides students. And we do talk about the CAT fam, but we do appreciate the city of Columbus, and for our students to not only do their studies or personal internships and that, but also just for fun things to do.
With Ohio University, we really want to emphasize that students are able to make connections, not only on campus, but connections that are going to last not just the 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but for a lifetime. And so we want to make sure that we're facilitating those connections as an institution and as a university. So making sure that you have the opportunity to connect with your faculty, connect with other students, and get involved on campus, because that's how you're going to be able to feel connected to the school as well. And then, of course, our alumni network is, you know, really expansive and far-reaching. So you're going to feel that connection after you leave campus as well. So I think that's something that I would really encourage students to hopefully remember about Ohio University, is that we really want to foster those connections and those relationships.
Oh, and one final question: what is one myth that you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
Well, that's an interesting question. That's a good one. I think that I've been in admissions for many, many years, and I think there's a myth out there among students that the admissions committees at these different colleges are kind of judging them. And I think it's important to understand that these admissions offices, the committees, are there to basically make sure that students are a good fit for their institution. And that's not always the case. So yeah, just don't be scared about the process. Everyone here is there to help you.
I think I skipped ahead and answered that question with my last answer. So, right, Deanna? So I'll just reiterate the portfolio. Don't assume that it has to be slick and exceptional. We're looking for potential. So do please get together with us so that we can advise you on what we're looking for specific to your major and address those questions and help you align the portfolio for success and for scholarship opportunities, since the portfolio does tie into that.
I'm going to kind of go off of what Deanna said earlier and maybe steal her answer, but it's never too early to start. So you don't have to wait until the semester before you're ready to transfer to talk to the school you're interested in transferring to. So the moment you decide you are ready or you want to transfer or you know you're going to, that's when you should be contacting your schools. But it's also never too late to start the transfer process. So it is twofold. We can help you either way, but there's always a good time to start your transfer process. Let's put it that way.
Ooh, I got another good one. Don't assume you've missed scholarships because you missed deadlines. You know, we still have generous scholarships available, even though we've gone through our early action and priority deadlines. So don't let that prevent you from applying.
And I would like to mention that I want students to assume they can't afford to attend a private college, because oftentimes private colleges can get the cost of their college down to what some of our fine state institutions are charging or students are paying there. So I think students should compare all of their offers from all of their schools if they're having trouble deciding where to go. But many of our students get generous packages to be able to attend Capital. So just want people to not be afraid because of a price tag of a college.
Something specifically for transfer students that maybe comes up as like an urban myth is that, you know, my classes aren't going to transfer. And so I think that that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind, you know, that there are some classes that are not going to transfer from certain institutions, but we're trying to look out for you. Our job is to advocate for you. So we want to make sure that we are giving you as much information as possible and connecting you with the right people. So if you get that transfer credit report from us and you see something and you're like, I think that I took this class, that's where we want to make sure that we are giving you all the information and arming you with the correct tools to be able to advocate for yourself as well and talk to faculty on our campus to be able to see if those classes are going to transfer. So never hesitate to ask a question about a class that may transfer, may or may not, especially once you get that transfer credit report from wherever you decide to attend, because that's when you can really dive into it and figure out, okay, now why didn't this transfer, or why did this transfer in this way?
Also, if you're using a tool like Transferology, any schools that are new to that platform may not have all of their equitable course transfers loaded. So don't assume if there's not a course in Transferology that it won't transfer over. It still very likely might.
Great. Thank you all to our presenters today, and thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there's going to be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide to us. We encourage you to check back the schedule and the sign up for sessions, and you'll be able to find the sessions recording as well as the other sessions recording at strivescan.com/Ohio. Thank you so much for attending today.